So Matt, can you talk a little bit about being a musician here in Philadelphia, like what you like about it, and maybe some things that you wish could be better?
About the Philadelphia scene?
Yeah.
Um, there's a couple things I like about it a lot. It's like it's a city with so much history, and there's so many great players that have come out of here, and great players who still call Philly home. That like being a part of the scene, you get to interact with these people regularly, which is really nice. Which I always wondered if that's the case in other cities, where there's like really great musicians, but the scene is so huge that it's like lots of people vying to like get with these great musicians, whereas here it's just like you see them all the time and get to hang with them and study with them and learn from them. So I feel like there's a small but very healthy and very rich scene here, which I really like, and like really amazing players, And the things I don't like about it, I guess, is kind of the same thing. It's that there's a small scene, and maybe because I think about this a lot, because New York's so close, and the parallels and the differences with these two cities, and it seems that possibly Philly is so easy to make a living here because the cost of living is so cheap, and there's so many great musicians that sometimes I get a sense that musicians play their gigs and maybe do some teaching and are able to pay all their bills and everything's sort of taken care of, and that in some way creates a complacency among the musicians to not like push. Where I get the sense that in New York, if you don't push, like you can't even just survive. You can't even eke out a living,
Yeah.
Whereas here you can just kind of hang, and it's comfortable, which is beautiful and great, but it's also kind of like, like I said, maybe some complacency in the scene,
Let's say you could put together a band of like a quartet. Anyone could be in this quartet.
Like of all time, or?
Yeah, dead or alive, with you. Who would be in your quartet?
That's a really hard one. It's funny, like you'd think, I guess it's funny, I guess that the people I first think of that I'd most like to be in the quartet are the people I play with now, oddly enough.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some local musicians who I have a really a deep connection with, and I've built something with, But the group that I have, we've been doing this monthly project this year and trying to build it as best we can, and it's been great. And there's tons of people who have been coming out who are not musicians, which is really nice to see. Really quickly, it's like a 12-piece group, and it's a string quartet and 5 wind instruments, and then guitar, bass, and drums. And it's kind of time-consuming, but every month I talk to different populations of people in Philly, and I interview our conversations, and then I write music about them. And we do we rehearse the music, do a recording of it, and then we do a performance of it at a club every 4th Thursday of the month. And January was all about senior citizens and elderly. It's called City of Age. February it was all about people with drug addictions and recovery, and it was called City of Addiction. March was City of Arrivals. It was all about immigrants. April was about children. It was called City of Youth. And May was religious people. June was veterans. And this month was homeless people. And part of the conversations that I have with these groups of people are in the music. I sort of intertwine it all.
You mean recordings of the conversations?
Exactly, yeah.
Ah, okay.
So there'll be clips, scattered and woven into the compositions.
Wow. So are you using the pitches and the rhythms that they're speaking in the music?
No, I don't go that way. Although there is this one idea I had for doing that. But no, usually it's like the music kind of gets to a certain spot, and then the clip comes in, or it starts the clip, starts a piece off, or ends a piece, or is some kind of transitional spot where it sort of just seems to make sense to me. Talking to these people has been like really inspiring, like musically inspiring. Like, certain emotions and vibes I get from them. Sort of like thinking of, how would that relate musically? So it's been really easy to write every month. My name is Matt Davis, and I play guitar.
Bookmark this page and tune in often, as new clips will be added regularly.